Welcome back.
That was good. We'll just wait a second. Our store owner here is talking about cheap dual lands.
Yeah, apparently for this celebration event, we're doing 10% off all singles for Legacy players.
Wow. So you can get your singles from Enter the Battlefield here in Newmarket, Canada, in Ontario, the province of Ontario. We are at Yonge and Davis, right off of the Viva, right near the Go. So come on out, check us out. We got lots of different events always happening here, from Pokemon, from Magic the Gathering, from Lorcana, which is another big one too. But here, we're here to talk about a great game, Legacy, the 1K plus. That is what we're doing. We are going into round, not 1, 2, 3,
4.
Round 4 of 6, and then we will cut to top 8. My name is Will, and I also have Ben, and we are your commentators for today. We have a fun matchup coming up next. We have someone who is known to the Magic Gathering community, I'd say, especially in Southern Ontario, right?
Yes.
Someone that we hold dear to our hearts.
Very dear.
And who might that be, Ben?
So up next, we're going to be seeing Dominic Harvey.
Ooh.
Yeah, so he's made his way around the SCG Pro Tour, or the SCG Tour. I don't think it's the Pro Tour, but the SCG Tour, and he is going to be piloting Selesnya Depths. So this is actually going to be Sticker. I've already input the
Oh, you already have?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Sticker is going to be on that side. So that is going to be his opponent. I think Will is a little bit more familiar with Sticker than I am.
Is he actually playing Sticker itself?
I don't know.
Is this it? Christopher Sticker? No, he's not.
What is he playing? We do get to see a fun match, though.
Yes,
this is going to be a classic match.
I shouldn't say I'm upset in what he's playing. I think I was excited if it was going to be, what's it called? What? Stickers list. Oh, you need stickers list? I wanted a stickers list. I thought it was going to be Sticker Goblins was going to be happening, but it's actually Death and Taxes.
It is Death
that
and
we
Taxes.
will be seeing. And I just got to adjust these pieces here for us. So, Death and Taxes versus Selesnya Depths, you're saying.
Yes.
Is there a favored player in this matchup here, Ben? Or is they're kind of just going to battle it out? I like this go.
This is going to be a weird and strange one in my personal opinion. It's a very classic matchup. It depends on the specific technical pieces that we're going to be seeing coming from both players, whether or not D&T has adapted to the new strategies of all the new Orcish Bowmasters, the One Rings. Like it's really hard for it to keep up with all the card advantage engines, and almost all of its threats and creatures and disruptive elements are in the form of X1 creatures. So all of those are very vulnerable, as you said in our previous rounds.
Yes.
They're very vulnerable to Orcish Bowmasters. However, Selesnya Depths, unless Dominic Harvey is employing some kind of splash for black, I don't think Sticker will need to worry about Orcish Bowmasters.
Yeah, I'm looking at his list right now here, and I don't see it off the top of my head here, and even looking at, so it doesn't look like it will be something that we'll be seeing Dominic play here. So Sticker here might not have to worry.
Yeah, in that regard, I think Sticker might have a little bit of an advantage here because he is playing. Once we get our deck list, we can confirm whether or not he's playing the full set of Swords to Plowshare and a full set of Solitude.
Ooh.
If that's the case, it might be a little difficult for Dominic to kind of deploy a threat. He does a little bit better.
Too.
Yeah, he does a little bit better than lands in like Dark Depths, like the ones that we covered earlier.
Yeah.
Just because Selesnya Depths has multiple threats. It has Elvish Reclaimers. Once they get larger with the lands in the graveyard, they'll become 3/4s. It'll have Knight of the Reliquary.
Yeah, they're good. You guys are good to start whenever.
Yeah, they'll have Knight of the Reliquary as a big beater threat, and they also have the quick combo finish with Dark Depths. So whether or not Sticker can find all of the answers to answer this plethora of threats, that's the determining factor of the game.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how this is played out, right? So, Sticker, right? D&T, it's always been around in Legacy. You know, people love it. Some people hate playing against it, let's be honest here. But it's always been around. And I think a big piece, you know, we talk about the impact that Modern Horizons has had. Modern Horizons 1, 2. There's even going to be a third one coming out at some point too,
yeah,
right?
We'll see what happens with that
We'll
one.
see how this set impacts the actual legacy format and even in turtle formats in general, because we know that Solitude was a big pickup for these decks too.
Yeah. So I do want to double check once we get the deck list if Sticker is playing a Yorion version. There was a time where D&T just kind of realized that having more cards, and because it plays so many tutor and flicker abilities, to reuse those tutors.
Oh, it is. There it is. The companion showed up.
There it is. Yeah,
it flew into the picture.
So it is an 80 card main deck. So we're going to see, the strongest part from Sticker's deck is that he can kind of get whichever disruptive tool he needs.
Yeah.
And he finds it through Recruiter of the Guard.
Oh, gets a Swamp to start off.
Oh, so this is not a non-traditional version.
Yeah.
So I was going to say that with that Prismatic Vista, we don't really see that played often. So maybe Sticker has Orcish Bowmasters of his own.
Yeah.
There's a Thoughtseize.
I wonder what he's going to be taking here. It looks like we have what? Crop Rotation, we have Swords of
Yeah.
Plowshares, Thespian Stage, a Forest. What's that card on the
The last
very
card
bottom?
is a Sylvan Safekeeper. So
okay.
that's 1 mana 1/2. 1 mana 1. It's a 1 mana 1/1
Oh, yeah.
or 1 mana 2/2. But yeah, he can sacrifice a land to give any of his permanents Shroud. So this is going to be one of his creatures Shroud, and this is going to be a key piece against Sticker, just because it will prevent all of the targeted removal from Sticker.
I like it. Dominic, the respect keeps the open hand, right?
Yes.
So Sticker can see that and leads off with an Elvish Reclaimer. Really great at getting whatever lands he needs to get.
Yes, and it can also quickly turn into a threat here as well. So once he has 3 lands into the graveyard, it does get +2/+3.
+2/+2.
+2/+2. So it'll be a 3/4.
And an Aether Vial. Always, it seemed, maybe he had that open in his opening hand, right? But leading off of that, turn 1 Thoughtseize, definitely very disruptive. Turn 2 Aether Vial, not the best, but it's better than,
Yeah,
better than like turn 3 or 4.
No, I think in this case it was correct to lead off with the Thoughtseize. If he is, because Death and Taxes is a very fair deck, it needs to make sure that it's not losing to the unfair decks. So the Thoughtseize checking is perfectly fine to kind of take the most important piece if it is a combo deck.
Yeah.
He now sees that it's Selesnya Depths, which is also technically a fair deck. Aether Vial is perfectly fine on 2 because it's going to be like a more grindy game.
Yeah, for sure. And looks like plays Recruiter of the Guard. Going to be tutoring up a creature here. It looks like Stoneforge Mystic. We're going to be setting that up into maybe Cauldron Complete afterwards. I presume there's probably a one-of in Sticker's deck. It's a very common piece that he would have there.
Yeah.
And Dominic looks like he's sacking that forest. Going to be getting Savannah here.
Yeah, so he's not. I'm actually kind of surprised about this play. I know Dominic wants to kind of develop his board and kind of get this Elvish Reclaimer online and bigger, but sacrificing a basic forest against Death and Taxes is very risky, only because Death and Taxes is always known as a wasteland deck.
Yeah. And do you think, my initial thought for Sticker here, right? We know he has information that Dominic has this Swords of Plowshares. I feel like going for Cauldron might not be kind of the way, right? You maybe go for Batterskull in this instance because you're getting up to 5 mana, right? And you know that whatever creature you're going to get is going to die eventually, right?
Yes.
Probably
So
whatever the equipment is attached to.
it depends. Like, if Sticker wants to dictate the pace of the game and go a little bit longer, he can wait until this Aether Vial is on 5. He can add Yorion to hand and kind of flash in Yorion in response to a Swords to Plowshare. So he can kind of get extra use there from the Stoneforge Mystic and the Cauldron Complete.
I think it was a Sylvan Safekeeper that was played, right?
Yeah, so Dominic had led off with the Savannah into the Sylvan Safekeeper.
Okay. And didn't play another land, though, too. So a
Yeah,
little bit of
so-
telling of what he has. Another Aether Vial.
Yeah, so Sticker is, like, I believe, heavily favored with the current board state.
Yeah. And how is this not a Bowmaster format? It definitely is. But right now, we don't see it in front of us here. And it is in Sticker's deck. It is a 4 of. But in Dominic's, this Selesnya depths, we don't see it here. So
Yeah, Selesnya Adept is a deck that doesn't really worry about Orcish Bowmaster, but I have a feeling that Twindom is referring to D&T's.
oh, okay, yeah, for his.
Yeah,
So looks like just getting in there for
that's all. Just one point of damage.
he's ahead.
Oh, is it 3?
Well, because the Thoughtseize wasn't accounted for, and I don't think the fetch either, right?
Yeah,
so
I see. Okay, so they're just
uh,
catching it up.
Yeah, establishing kind of the life totals that were there. Okay, going to be Viling in, Stoneforge.
I think we're just gonna find Cauldra. It's
Cauldra?
It does straightforward answer and threat. It also like forces Dominic to respond to it because if he doesn't, Cauldra is a huge threat.
Yeah, gets Batter
Ooh,
Skull.
Gets a Batter Skull. Okay.
So maybe he is looking for that 5 mana.
All right, Dominic just gonna fire off the Swords to Plowshare and not give Sticker a chance to activate that Stoneforge Mystic.
So that'll be exiled. He'll gain a little bit of life here.
Yeah, I should go up to 16.
Yeah, I think they're just talking about how they're shortcutting it here, right?
Yeah.
So waiting for exactly what he was going to get, and then, going forward from there. With 80 cards too, right? You're able to put a lot more of those packages or like pieces into your package, right? That you were kind of mentioning as well, Ben. And
Yeah.
I think he does have a Jite in here too, so that'll be a fun one. But
Yeah,
that ain't the time right now.
I think you can include all these like traditional cards because you are playing the 80 card version.
Mm-hmm.
You just get access to a lot more answers with those extra 20 cards. The problem is you very much lose out on consistency.
Yes, absolutely. Does he have the 4th land? He has another Krakus in hand. It looks like it.
Yeah, that's a little bit unfortunate.
Yeah, he wants just gonna swing in for 1. He definitely isn't gonna block here with a Sylvan Safekeeper.
Yeah. Sylvan Safekeeper is a very important piece against D&T. I'm actually quite surprised that Dominic deployed it so early. He didn't play a land drop last turn, and if Sticker starts to decide on throwing some removal spells against this Sylvan Safekeeper, he can most likely either remove it and get rid of Dominic's protection plan, or it can cause Dominic to kind of sacrifice his lands.
Yeah, and it did look like Sticker did flash an Orcish Bowmaster to us, so I think that is one card that is in his hand as well. And for those who are maybe wondering, it's like, why is this Batter Skull behind his lands? That's just representing that it's in his hand, but it's known information.
Yeah, so we're going to see Dominic cast a Green Sun Zenith for 0. This is a very, very good old-fashioned play to find a Dryad Arbor. So this is a 1-mana ramp spell.
Okay, let's see what he does here. Is he going to flash in, and maybe he has a Swords to Plowshares too?
Yeah, do we know, can we see what his Aether Vials are on?
3 and 1, I believe it is.
Okay.
Because it came off of 2, right? So he isn't going to really be ticking that up anymore unless he's planning to flash in Yorion from the Aether Vial.
I definitely think it's worth it for him to keep going because not only does he get access to Yorion, he also gets access to Solitudes.
Ooh, that's good. And you can always, I guess, reset your vial if you really wanted to.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think that'll be your main goal here, but
and the good thing with Yorion is you have a choice of which ones you want to flicker. So once your second Aether Vial is on 3, you can flicker the 5, and you have just so much versatility.
What are you shooting here?
I'm going to try to shoot the Sylvan Safekeeper.
Yeah.
It's the most important piece on Dominic's board. Sure, he does have a crop rotation every turn, but the Sylvan Safekeeper is the only thing stopping stopping Sticker from losing.
Yeah, and sacrifices the Dryad, right, to give it Shroud until the end of turn. So,
yeah.
Still makes the Orc, right?
Does still make the Orc. Right?
And it looks like maybe in response to the Shroud is going to be plowing this on top of it. And
so I think we might see a Flagstones of Trocaire here. It allows Dominic to we get Sajiri Step instead. Gives a protection from black.
Ooh.
Very interesting. So Lord Check says it shouldn't, yeah.
Because shoot, Shroud, no target.
Yeah, maybe we should just kind of...
Yeah, because that is a judge piece for it. So we'll check in with that because we need to make sure that board state's right, especially for a feature matchup, right? These things we do have to bring forward just to make sure that it happens correctly. Because if it is given Shroud, right, there is no target. So I think we just ask them to pause right now, and we'll go forward from it. So for those who are just joining in, right, this is the 1K Plus at Enter the Battlefield, and we are excited to bring you a great game between Dominic Harvey and Sticker, or Christopher Sticker as he's also known as. And yeah, it seems like people are saying in the chat as well, definitely for the orc piece here. So we're just going to make sure that our judge sees this. They'll make that final ruling, right? And then we'll go from there. Make sure the proper channels are reached within this piece, and a correct board state is done. Of course, right, MTGO and with our online platforms, it kind of does it for us, but us mere humans, we do the best that we can, and we'll kind of see. It looks like our judge is just heading over there right now. So we'll get this sorted out momentarily for it. It shouldn't be too much of a rewind, if anything, right? Orcish Bowmaster would still resolve. The orc token would not appear. And it looks like we're just explaining kind of the piece here. So yeah, so we are here in Newmarket, right? We have, I think it's 48 players we have here today, which is an amazing turnout for this Legacy tournament. These people are also, or all the competitors I should say, are vying for league points as Legacy of the North, kind of they have every 3 months you play for points, and then, yeah, we just got it right for this stuff. They fight for these points at the end of, I guess, the quarter, really. They can then compete in kind of a larger tournament for actually trophies as well. So there's trophies, there's a ring as well. Ben's back here after, saving the day,
I will not Twindom save the day. They're the one that brought it to our attention.
Yeah, so Tournament Lord as well. So the store is located in Newmarket, Ontario, Canada. So it's Yonge Street and Davis is the major intersection. Right off of the GO line, there's a GO train that actually goes all the way from Toronto up, right, or Barrie South.
Yeah.
And then we're also off of the Viva line too. So it's a very accessible store and a great community that's here too. So.
Yeah, and if you do want to support Legacy of the North, you can visit our community page on Facebook. If you become a community member there, any purchases you make on Enter the Battlefield will help us provide more prize support for the players in their invitational tournaments.
Looks like we're playing a Thalia here.
Good old-fashioned Thalia.
Yeah, I'm gonna make, I believe it's what, non-basic lands comes in tapped, is it?
Is this the 3-mana Thalia?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so non-basic lands will come in tapped, and I think it has a second line of text. Yeah, I think it's non-basic lands and creatures.
So,
not as good as Archon of Emeria, but
no,
it is a human.
Yes, it is a human. I wonder what he's going to name. It looks like he's already pre-named it. Human.
Yes, excellent. Very well prepared.
Yeah, it was like it was already in there. Good old new fashion Talia. That's right. That's right, Lord. Okay, looks like buying our Yorion into hand. I don't know if he was ticking up that vial.
It might be an option to him now.
Attacking in is going to block. They're just going to bounce off of each other.
Yeah,
like
one's a 3/4 and then Thalia's a 3/2.
Yeah, Dominic's just like representing, hey, I do have 3 lands in my graveyard, right? This isn't going to do too much.
Yes.
Okay. Just if anything, yours is going to die.
Always better to have like clear communication and showing everything.
Yeah.
All right, so Dominic gonna activate the Sylvan Reclaimer or Elvish Reclaimer at the end of the turn, sacrificing the Sajiri Step.
Do you think he's going to start looking for his Dark Depths? Yes, he is.
There it is.
Yeah, he does have the. Oh, wait. What's happening here? Maybe he thinks that he's making it right away?
Yeah.
He still has the Caracas, which is definitely something Dominic will have to play around. But
yeah, I'm not sure I agree with this play. Like, you don't have a Yavimaya Cradle of Growth, so this Dark Depths is actually not generating any point of mana. Because you have the Sylvan Safekeeper, you're also, if you ever do try to go for the combo, you're going to be negging a lot on the lands that you have. So I would have maybe preferred to get like a Flagstones to kind of make sure that you're not going too far back on lands, because you're going to need to find a wasteland eventually to deal with this Caracas.
Yeah, and it's never going to be tapped, right, for this foreseeable future until this Dark Depths does anything, right?
I think Sticker's bored, and with his hand, he doesn't really need to tap the Caracas. Like, he has these 2 Aether Vials that pretty much should be putting whatever creatures he wants into play without actually needing to cast them.
Yeah. I think he's just deciding what he wants to do with his Vial here. Yeah, it's going to 4 right now, and now go to the draw step.
Yeah, and it's in that awkward area where there's not a lot of 4-drops in D&T, so Dominic doesn't really need to worry about this. Although he is playing a non-traditional version with black-white, so we don't really know exactly what's in D&T or Sticker's hand.
Yeah. I think he does have the Cauldron Complete in his hand, which
Ooh,
isn't...
So he drew it?
Yeah, I think he does have it in there. He has a Caracas. We know he has the Orion and Batterskull. So, or is that a Jitte? I can't tell. Something along the lines of the
We'll
two,
have to see.
Yeah, we'll have to see in this due time here. 2 mana.
It looks like it's a Jitte.
It is the Jitte, okay. If something gets in eventually, the Jitte could pose issues, but
I think the Jitte is actually very problematic for Dominic because it doesn't necessarily have to do combat damage to get those counters. It's any damage.
Oh.
So now Sticker has a repetitive way of trying to force Dominic to sacrifice lands into the Sylvan Safekeeper.
Yeah. Does he equip? He does have the other Caracas, but in response, of course, could.
Yes. But I mean, even if Dominic uses or activates and gets a Merit Lodge,
he then plays other Caracas.
Yeah, the other Caracas will come down.
I equip here if I'm Sticker, actually.
I
equip.
I agree.
And then swing in with
Recruiter of the Guard.
Recruiter of the Guard, right?
It's the most. It's debatable, actually. Like,
because you could flicker your Bowmaster later, right?
Well, you can flicker both of them. I don't even know if you want to put the potential of losing one of them.
Yeah. What is this?
He's got Legolas's Quick Reflexes?
He does have Legolas's Quick Reflexes in here.
Oh,
so split second, untap target creature until end of turn against Hexproof and Reach.
Yeah, so this actually means that he might not necessarily need the Sylvan Safekeeper, but it is just like an added layer of...
He tapped Caracas. For what? What did we miss?
I'm not sure. Is this token that Dominic has the Merit Lodge?
I think it's the Merit Lodge, but...
Maybe Dominic is just scooping it up?
I don't know.
All right, I will go confirm with
confirm who died.
Yeah.
Okay, I blinked and the game's over. We thought that Sticker may have had an opportunity to equip Jitte, and then activated Caracas, Safekeeper just shrouded, Sticker exploded. Okay, I guess, yeah, he could still always give it Shroud in that piece too with the amount of lands, but okay, that just happened. Sticker blew up. We'll wait for our round, and we'll check out Sylvan Safekeeper. Big part in there of keeping Dominic alive and kind of winning that game, I believe it was. So we'll just get Ben here to give us the official ruling of it, and then we'll go from there. That's an interesting token of Merit Lodge that he has there. I wonder which, if it's a custom one or his own. I'm not too sure. It's pretty unique. I haven't seen that one before. Looking at the sideboard here for each of them. Dismembers will probably come in for Dominic Harvey. What else do we have here? Maybe he does have one Force of Vigor. Might consider it for the Vials. Maybe not, though. It'll be interesting to see kind of what he's going to be bringing in here versus it. Activated Caracas, Safekeeper, gave Shroud, and I think Sticker blew up. That's what our chat is saying here for us.
Yes, so it does. That is confirmed. Sticker was the exploded in that exchange.
Okay. So we were just checking out the sideboards in regards to what Dominic may be bringing in, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
There's 2 dismembers, it looks like it. I think he's going to bring in those, right? Just trying to get rid of those pesky, annoying creatures that Sticker may have here.
Yeah, what is this? I want to double check this.
Yeah, Doorkeeper Thrall? I don't know if I've seen this.
Doorkeeper?
Doorkeeper. Oh, I thought there was an A there.
I think this is a newer card, actually. The Doorkeeper Thrall. Oh, you just press enter? Enter.
It's searching. Doorkeeper Thrall. Let's check this one out. Artifacts and creatures entering the battlefield don't cause abilities to trigger.
Okay. So it's like a
Interesting.
Torpor Orb for creatures
Yeah.
and... So not very relevant here.
No.
Yeah, it looks like just the Dismembers.
I'm not too sure what else he's going to be bringing in here.
He could be bringing in the Sylvan Library because D&D tends to drag on a little bit longer than other games. He could be looking to get some card advantage or extra looks in Sylvan Library.
Yeah. I guess Magus of the Moon is kind of my initial thought first. Like,
Yeah,
it's-
Sticker.
Yeah, for Sticker here, right? Looking at other pieces.
Another thing he can bring in is he has access to those Leyline of the Voids.
Ooh,
so it
yeah, that's
stops,
gonna be good.
Knight of the Reliquary. It keeps the Elvish Reclaimers really small. And it stops, like, if there is there a Crucible of Worlds in Dominic's deck? He might not be because he has those Legolas's quick reflexes.
It doesn't look like it.
Yeah, but
No.
if Sticker is expecting to see a Ramyon-Up Excavator, which is the creature version of Crucible of Worlds, he could be bringing in those ley lines just for extra.
Do you bring in Containment Priest?
No, because
No.
it does not affect. Like
Greenstone Zenith.
It hits Greenstone Zenith, yes.
I don't think that's good enough, though.
Yeah, but I think because of Sticker's fantastic removal suite, I don't think he really needs to worry about those.
That's fair. And we'll just pull up maybe Dominic's list here right now. This is just the main board. I don't think we have the sideboard here. I'm going to try to get rid of this one here. What might be something that you're taking out? So 2 Dismembers are going in. What is something that I might be taking out here?
So for sure, I'm going to be cutting the Gaddock Teague. That's
Gaddock
not
Teague?
going to be doing
Oh, yeah.
anything here. Secondly, it really depends on how you want to fight over the board state. So Endurance is a card that does really well at blocking like all of the D&T creatures.
Yep.
And the only thing is it's not its ability, the Enter the Battlefield ability, is not really effective.
Yeah. Yeah, and someone's pointing out, Twin, Containment Priest and Eighth Vial don't work together.
Yes.
Right? So that is something that Sticker would have to think about if he's bringing that in. Which
Yeah.
I don't think it's really for his matchup per se, right? It's more for that Reanimator package or Grief package that's happening. We have heard a lot of sad individuals getting griefed and reanimated on today, right? But
Is it really sad? They should be prepared.
they should be prepared.
These are people playing for 1K plus
1K plus?
worth of prizes.
That's right.
So they should be prepared for
Okay, looks like we missed a little bit. A Swords of Plowshare on a Mother of Ruins right at the beginning, and a Stoneforge on turn 2 for Sticker off the beginning. So we'll see how this game too. And it looks like Sticker kept a Leyline of the Void. So exactly what you were saying as well, Ben, right? Of
Yes,
something that he's going to be wanting to have and getting lines as well. That's not gonna...
So this is very curious because Sticker already has the Leyline of
Yeah.
the Void. This is a little awkward.
I wonder if he's going to just decide to eat his own graveyard with this now, moving forward.
Maybe so.
As he doesn't have a ton to really do with his, I guess.
Yeah,
Except one extraction specialist, I think, is really it. So
Yeah, I'm really wondering why Sticker would choose this over the other threats. Like Dominic,
he has a
didn't-
Cauldron hand. It looks like it.
But is there a Batterskull? Is there a reason? Maybe he's just shoring up his defenses.
Yeah. Okay. Activate.
Oh, there's that Doorkeeper throw that we were talking about.
Yeah, we were talking about that. So
So that means creatures and artifacts will come in tapped?
yeah. I'm going to pull that up again. So I think even too within this, don't cause abilities to trigger. Entering the battlefield, don't cause ability. Oh, so I guess he didn't want to put anything in, except
Yeah, so so Dominic preemptively puts this in because he's afraid of like a Cauldra. So if
okay.
the Cauldra comes in, the living weapon won't trigger. So it'll just be the Cauldra complete.
Oh, okay. Just the equipment, not the living. What is it? Is it an insect? What is it exactly?
It's a germ.
It's a germ.
It's a
that's
0/0
it.
germ.
Okay, and we have Knight of the Reliquary, a great card.
Yeah, so primarily here, because of that Leyline of the Void and because of the Lion Sash, it's just going to be
2/2.
a 2/2 that will be able to find whatever lands that Dominic needs.
Yeah. Sticker really kind of wants to get rid of this Doorkeeper Thrall here. Is posing a bit of an issue. It seems like because 2 pieces of equipment might be in hand. I think Batterskull might be in hand too, right?
If that is the case, that is really unfortunate, and Dominic is going to be very happy just not having to deal with this Stoneforge Mystic.
Yeah, and it might be the case too that he doesn't have another land in hand here for Sticker. And no Vial.
Yeah, this might have been preemptive because he saw that Leyline of the Void and the Stoneforge Mystic, which is enough for you to keep a hand. I don't disagree with Sticker keeping his hand, but it just looks like Dominic is just deploying things to deal with Sticker's threats.
Yeah, and we have a Sylvan Safekeeper too, I think, right?
This is a removal spell for
I'm
the
gonna
Doorkeeper
guess
Throw.
this is Swords to Plowshare. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah.
Without the glare, we can see it now.
All right.
Sajiri Step.
Are we going to see Dominic do something sneaky here is my question. There are ways to... Oh, he's just going to go the simple route and get a Sajiri Step.
Gets Sajiri Step. Does he have another piece of removal? Because it's going to be almost... How are you going to kill anything on his board now?
It's tough. It's really... This is also really difficult because Dominic only has 1 Plains in play, and Knight of the Reliquary can only sacrifice plains and forests.
Yeah.
So even if Dom has the Thespian Stage, the Sajiri Step, and the Beseiju, he can't sacrifice those and turn those into other lands.
Yeah. There's only going to be, the small... He doesn't have as many lands for that piece here. Okay, it looks like Fetchin finally finds that 3rd land, but...
It might be a little bit too late.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, you can eat your own things for Lion Sash, but what... Huh.
Yeah, I think because this Knight of the Reliquary has sat out for so long, like Dom is probably thinking to himself, like, why, he had to deal with the Doorkeeper Thrall, so that means that Sticker does have those key pieces of equipment in his hand. But the longer Knight of the Reliquary stays on the board, the more threatening Dominic is going to be.
Yeah, especially as he's going to start finding more and more answers, right? I'm just trying to look at Sticker's list here and see what he might be able to start to fight his way out of here with. Like, he almost needs 2 removal spells.
Yeah,
just off the rip.
If he's not trying to remove creatures and he's just trying to stop Dominic from getting too far ahead with this Knight of the Reliquary, it could be this 1 of opposition agent that we see in his list.
Yeah, that would be good, but he's going to either need 2 cards to get there, right? Or, just ripping the one of off the top. We'll see kind of what his plan is here, but it looks like it's slipping away. Leyline of the Void is great, as, this Knight would be massive right now.
Yes, yeah.
I think we have at least 2-3 lands in there. Not getting beat with a 5/5 is pretty nice. Okay, it looks like this Lion is starting to roar right now. Eat some of his own stuff. I think Sticker here is just trying to represent maybe Bowmaster. We know that that's not there though. But even so, it's just another thing to sacrifice.
Yeah, this is good. I was actually wondering why Dominic wasn't trying to go like even on mana with his sacrificing or trying to get like plus with flagstones. I was incorrect. Dominic is not playing flagstones of Trocaire.
He's not?
He's not. No.
Oh yeah.
So this is very interesting. That's probably why he's being so diligent with this mana.
Yeah, he's not just kind of ripping it apart, searching for it, get the flagstone, get an extra land on top of it, right? So
which is very good because it awards patience.
Yeah. And we know he's a patient one. Just look at this play.
Yes.
As he taps his land patiently, ready to sacrifice. Never mind, just kidding. He's not. Reverse. How's that song go? And for those who are just tuning in, right, this is our 1K plus We have Dominic Harvey versus Sticker. We have Selesnya Adepts versus Death and Taxes. But it's more looking like I'm going to die from paying my taxes to this Depths.
Ooh, so here it comes.
Oh, he's saying, hello, big boy. It's time to play a game. Do you like 2020 Flyers? Indestructible?
Yeah, so this is almost looking like game over. There's having a Sylvan Safekeeper and the Merit Lodge is
goodness.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And here's a Battle Skull entering with no living weapon trigger. It is just an artifact equipment.
And 2 ways to give it Shroud.
Yeah, there's a Prismatic Vista 4 sticker.
I bet he's going to go for a Plains.
Yeah.
And what's your guess here?
I mean, he already has the Swamp. He might as well just get
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, there's a
Ooh,
Plains.
this is a big play here. I honestly don't know how he gets out of this, to be quite frank.
This is he playing Wrath of God? Even a Wrath of God would not deal with a Merit Lodge.
Maybe he's got a Flicker Wisp.
Flicker Wisp would do
it,
nicely,
but it doesn't matter because of the Sylvan Safekeeper. Yeah, it looks like they're just going to bump. And he's like, this thing stopped me. He's going to point to that card there. And we'll pull that up. The Doorkeeper Thrall, I think, is a little upset by, or not upset by, I think. It's just the card that got him. Yeah, Terminus. Death and Taxes Terminus.
Ooh. I think that would be undoing what they are trying to do and keeping their own board state.
So, I thought we were off, but that's just the border of the card of how it's uploaded.
Yeah, those are the new Wizards of the Coast case style. I might not be the case.
There's 101 different case styles. It feels like it that they have. So
yeah, they're going
sure.
completely nuts with these different borders.
Yeah. So there we have it. Dominic beating Sticker in 2. I think that was a pretty good game, I want to say. I'll just update our score here for us as I'm like jumping back and forth a million times.
Yeah, so this does keep Dominic Harvey live for getting into top 8. So that's a really important piece of information here as we go into the later rounds.
What was he sitting before this, Ben?
I believe he was X2.
X2?
Yeah,
okay.
So he would have been 2 or 1-2.
1-2?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's really got to play out these next rounds.
Yeah. He cannot drop a single match from here on out.
Yeah. Which is going to be tough. There's some really good players here today, all throughout the GTA, right? Trying to earn those league points, as we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about that? Because maybe some of people tuning in don't know about this league points.
Yeah, so every winter, spring, and summer, Legacy of the North hosts our 32-man invitational, but as we grow, we're looking to maybe expand it to 64. But yeah, we have our invitationals every 3 months, around every 3 to 4 months. But for 3 months in a year, players are playing for these league points, and what they do is the top 32 players are going to be playing in the invitational, which is summer, winter, or fall, or sorry, summer, winter, or spring, and the winner of that tournament will then play against the total league point runner, right? And then we affectionately named that matchup Royalty of the North match.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, and that is a best of 5 match. So we kind of mimic the Pro Tour style where they play 2 game 1 matches and then non-sideboarded.
Yep.
And then games 3, 4, and 5 will be sideboarded.
Nice.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
We really want to test like the skill and the knowledge of sideboarding, and it's very important in Legacy and like other formats like Modern, where sideboard cards and hate pieces are just really, really important or detrimental, right?
Yeah.
Like a single
make or break it
sideboard
sometimes,
card.
right? Like,
a single card can completely change the way a match is played.
Yeah, someone just pointed out in the chat, get it, we're known as winter, summer, winter, winter.
Yes.
And it was spring, it started spring 3 days ago, right? And we had one of the biggest snowstorms we had in the GTA area, I'd say. All winter.
Yeah.
It was like a strange winter, of course, but
now it's perfectly sunny. It's kind of actually warm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so once the winner of the Royalty of the North match, they get a trophy, they get a ring, and most importantly of all, they can play in events for free around Southern Ontario to help them
nice.
re-grind for those points.
Yeah. Yeah, so they can try to be at the top again of their game
Yes.
with
yeah,
the
yeah.
decks.
So what I'm hoping to do is kind of feature those players and kind of maybe introduce a piece of content on YouTube that kind of runs through the weekly events that happened in that past week and try to update everybody around the world on who our point leaders are.
Yeah, and where can someone find that information on YouTube? What's the channel that someone might look out for, Ben?
Yeah, so I have a lot planned. You can probably find me at youtube.com/@lazymtg.
Nice. Lazy MTG. Check it out, everyone, and make sure you subscribe to that. I think we're streaming live to that as well right now, too.
Yes, if you want to check it out live, I do recommend that you guys stay here, though. This is where all of us, we will be responding to your messages here.
Yeah, and that's the big thing. So, you know, we're here at Enter the Battlefield. We're hosting the 1K. Nice job, Dominic. And, you know, we just finished up round, what was that?
That was round 4.
4.
Yeah.
I wanted to say 5. I was like, wow, we got through round 5.
I'm pretty sure it's round 5
No,
or round 4.
I think you're right. It
Yes.
is round 4. Yeah. The last round, there was some players that went to time, 10 minutes over, turns. They were playing these control, crazy decks, up the beanstalk.
We had a pizza break.
We had a pizza break, sorry.
Yeah. I mean, it's a party. Everyone's having a
it's
great
a party.
time.
We're all having a great time. And, you know, I think what we'll do right now is just, we'll have a little bit of a break. We'll get ready for round 5. And we'll be back after this. Is there anything else you want to say here?
Order some dinner, make some snacks, get some popcorn.
Yeah, get that popcorn ready for those next match. Where's the store? We are in Newmarket, Ontario, Canada. We are at Yonge and Davis. We are just off of the GO line if you're going north-south. So if you're coming from Toronto, you just head up the GO, get off in Newmarket, and it's not too far of a walk, but maybe you could take the Viva, which takes you also right here. So Yonge and Davis is the major intersection that we're at. And we're open, I want to say, almost every day of the week.
I think there's like very few. I think like the big holidays are Christmas.
Yeah.
I think,
they might close for an hour. No, I'm just kidding. No, so we're open here, right? We have all the needs for Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh, Lorcana,
Flesh and Blood,
One Piece, Pokemon, One Piece,
Digimon.
They
got it all.
Warhammer. There's people playing Warhammer
miniatures
behind us.
Yeah.
So all the needs, and there's some amazing artwork that our community has put together. Before I ramble on for too much longer, though, we will be back after a break, both Ben and I. Thanks very much, everybody. We'll see you in round 5.
See ya.